I watched the F1 race and they showed Ben Stiller and George Lucas, but they didn't show Stanz. Yeah, there was not a moment. There's like one moment where the camera pans and maybe if you fucking freeze, you can see a pixel of my head, but I doubt it. Rochelle literally stood up and screamed every time the cars went by, and so I thought maybe we'd get on camera because she was going nuts. She was going nuts. At one point, and I think I pissed her off. I think I upset her. When they first said, like, start your engines, she went, woo! And then, like, after 4 seconds, she didn't stop. Woo! And then after 10 seconds, I was like, babe. And she went, what? I can't yell? And it really started off the day on a bad foot. Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit for a second. The security at Circuit of the Americas is maybe the worst security I have ever been in. Not only did they let us in with fake tickets, yes, that's another story, but they didn't check a single bag. Not only did they not check a single bag, the person behind me was literally talking to them like, hey, are you not gonna check their bag? What if they have a gun? And security Donawalled them. Security literally pretended not to hear them and just kept pointing through. There was almost no security. So much so that we show up to the track on Sunday and we walk to our gate. We take a bus there because we know traffic's gonna be bad at the end. We're walking around. We probably have to walk about 1.5 miles to get from where the bus drops us off to our side of the track. But we're chugging along. Halfway there, we see this massive line. It's gotta be at least 2 hours long. I'm talking maybe 2K people. Somewhere around there. 1,500, 2K people. And we're thinking, oh, fuck me in the ass. We got here as early as possible. We got there at like 10 a.m. We get there and we're walking through and we see this line. And we're thinking, you know what? We're gonna go for the gambit. We are gonna make a play. We are gonna take them on the inside because these guys are smooth braids. They're at this event and they don't know what we know. They don't know that we have a strategy. So we continue walking past them. And all the while we're walking past them, they're looking at us like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Because everyone in this line thinks that you're gonna cut them. That is it. We had 2,000 eyeballs all giving us the stank. In fact, at one point, this old lady goes, do you know something we don't know? And we just keep walking. We ignore her. We have our head held high and we're just walking through because we know that at the end of this walk is the promised land. And we go up hills and down, through mud, and around like a little swamp. I don't know why there was a swamp there. It was insane. And we get to the next gate. And chat, it was good. There wasn't a single person at the gate. Just a couple of knuckleheads that we know aren't gonna check shit. And so we pull up our tickets on the phone, we walk up to the gate, and we hold them out. The guy scans it. He scratches his head. He scans it again. He scratches his head with both hands. He scans it again. He's going nuts like he's a YouTube thumbnail. He doesn't know what's going on. So he asked the lady to come over. He says, hey, these tickets say they're for Friday and today is Sunday. And she says, oh, try and scan it again. And we're sitting here sweating because one thing I didn't tell you, chat, is that when we got our tickets, it said all sessions, but the date only said Friday. But we paid market rate for a full F1 weekend. I'm talking seats in the bleachers, a sign, none of that general admission shit. We paid for our seats. And our one fear was that somehow this StubHub man scammed us. This StubHub man said, I'm gonna sell all sessions to practice. And then he gets out of here with all of this money. And so we're sitting there sweating and we're trying our best to put on a brave face. No, we bought all 3 days. This is just wrong. This just keep scanning. It'll work. It'll work. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It'll work. And they keep scanning and he goes, still says Friday, still says Friday, still says Friday. And I look at him and he looks like this. And I look at her and she looks like this. And I look at her and I copy her face. It's called mirroring. It is a technique. To get what you want, you mirror. She's doing this. And so I look at her and I do this. And she looks at me like this. And I look at her like this. And she goes, go on. And she lets us walk through with no tickets. No tickets, no security. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? What kind of event are they running here? That is brazy. So we make our way through. It's Sunday. There's people everywhere. We're having to push through lines, squeeze like this. It is very obviously a super spreader event. We're walking through. We're like, hey, we're vaccinated. I hope this doesn't fuck us up. We're going. We get to the stands. We go up and we sit down. And we got there early. Like I said, we got there about 10:15. We got there about 9:45. By the time we walked to our seats, about 10:15, 10:30. And we sit down. And there's only one other couple in our area. And it's the same couple from yesterday. and I think quickly. I think, what is one way we can salvage this in case someone comes and tries to get our seats, says that we have the Sunday tickets? And I think strength in numbers. I think that if we can make friends with the people that sat around us yesterday, you remember us, you know us, we are part of your in-group. They will fight for us if push comes to shove. They will say, no, these people were here yesterday. They got 3-day passes. No way, no way. So I'm shaking hands. I'm kissing babies. Hey, you want a water? Hey, but I got some sunscreen? I got some sunscreen right here. You need some sunscreen? You're getting a little red, buddy. And I'm out here like a presidential candidate. We are trying to make sure that we can lock down these seats. We also never leave more than 2 people at a time. There's 4 of us. There's me, there's Rochelle, there's her dad, and there's her sister's boyfriend who came with us. And we're saying, okay, 2 of us go into the bathroom, you 2 hold it down. Get wide. Get wide out here. Make sure you're sitting. I want you man spreading as hard as possible. Take up these seats. And then we get back and we do the same. We make sure that no one comes. Minutes pass by. Hours. Every person that walks into the bleachers, our heart drops. Are they going to take our seats? This starts filling up. A person to our left, a person to our right. A person we didn't recognize sits right behind us. Oh no. Are there new people for this Sunday? The bleachers are filling. I'm getting embarrassed. Oh no, what if we get kicked out? What are we gonna do? We've been sitting in the seats so long. We can't get general admission. I don't know if I've made enough friends here to defend us to kick the other people out. If they look at our tickets, it's gonna say all sessions but Friday. What is happening here? So I sent an email to StubHub and I say urgent, ASAP. The seller scammed us. We did not get our tickets. Send. No internet. Send. No internet. I stand up, raise my arm like the Statue of Liberty, and say, please. And it goes through. And I get an email back saying, hey, thanks for submitting. We are going through noticeably higher wait times. Expect an answer in the next 3 days. I said 3 days. 3 days, 3 days. Hey, I'm kind of at the event. The event's going to be over in 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? 3 days is not going to do it. If someone comes here, 3 days is not going to make sure that we've secured our seats, that we could watch the entire race, that we would have a good time. And so we do the only thing we can do. We wait. Time ticks. People fill in the stands. And it turns out our scammer was just an idiot. We bought the right tickets. He just didn't send them all. We bought all sessions and he only sent us Friday because he's a goober idiot. It turns out we had him. No one came in. No one tried to kick us out. We got to watch the race. That was badass. It was a good time. We got to have fun, do the whole experience. Rochelle bought a shirt. Her dad bought a hat. Verstappen won. Rochelle was very excited. She was swinging her orange Verstappen jersey. Ferrari beat McLaren, so I threw my hat in the dirt and stomped it on the ground like a sports fan. It was about 90 degrees and it felt like maybe 50% humidity. So we get there and we think, oh, we've made a terrible mistake. We have made a terrible, terrible mistake. We did not know it was going to be this hot. And so we're walking around and we don't know where our seats are. And we get off the bus and we figure we'll check out. We'll do the lap of the circuit and figure it out. Well, the whole lap of the circuit is about 3 miles. And so by the time we get to our seat, up the hill at turn 1, down the hill over by turn 4, we've already walked around 5, maybe 6 at this point to get to the buses, to land, to walk from the buses to the track, to walk around the track, something like that. And I look over at Rochelle, dead eyes, looking like this. Nothing but sweat running down, red-faced and dead eyes. I look at her. I slap her a little bit. She goes, oh shit, where am I? It was at that moment that I knew something was wrong. And she can verify this. I'm not making up things. Day 1, she was a little testy. For example, I'll tell one small story. She had to hold the driver, one of the people who went with us, his keys and wallet because his pants were kind of like, they're like cloth shorts and like they could fall out and you don't want to lose your wallet. You don't want to lose your keys. And every 20 minutes, this person went, hey, Rochelle, you still got the wallet, right? You still got the keys? And this worked about 4 or 5 times. On time number 6, Rochelle said, do you want the keys and wallet back? No? Well, then shut the fuck up. And that's when I go, well, maybe sit over here. Hey, maybe sit over here. Hey, yeah, Ricardo, let's go, Ricardo. And so when you combine that with like the ticket fiasco and the walking and the heat, it was a veritable bomb on the track in turn 4 through 7. But you know what? We got through it. We saw the race. Verstappen won. Hamilton got second. It was a good time. All in all, it was a good time. Oh, yeah, everyone pity cheered for Haas for the first few laps, which was so funny. He would come by 30 seconds behind like a jalopy, and everyone would go, yeah, fuck yeah, that's Schumacher, let's go.